welcome back to Lindsay's Little Library. So I have a bit of a book haul for you today, and it's more than a bit, so we're just gonna get started because it's gonna take a little bit. All right, first one I have is Untangled. It's guiding teenage girls through the 7 transitions into adulthood by Lisa D'Amour. This was recommended to me by a friend of mine who said basically if you have teenage girls, you need to pick up this book. So I have 2 of them. So we're gonna get to this one. I need to start it. That's what I need to do, because otherwise they'll not be teenagers. And then why did I get the book? I got a book sent to me from Sell It On, so I'm super excited about this one. This is Unmasked, My Life Solving America's Cold Cases by Paul Holes. This is the detective who found the Golden State Killer, and basically his memoir of investigating America's toughest cold cases and the rewards and tolls of a life-solving crime. This one comes out April of this year. And I'm really, really interested in it. Like, I'm kind of getting into this true crime little aspect, and super, super interested in this one for some reason. And it seems from what I've kind of been reading, it's just reads, I like fiction that reads like, or I like nonfiction that reads like fiction, and this seems to totally fit the bill. So I'm excited for that one. Then let's see, I got a couple books from my grandma. She sent me an entire bag that she wanted to get rid of. I've passed on a few, I kept a few, and these are the ones. I thought I kept more, but I only have 2. These are the ones I kept. So we have A Woman of No Importance. It's the untold story of the American spy who helped win World War II by Sonia Purnell. Again, nonfiction book. Again, it's World War II. Give me a spy and a female spy. I am all in. So I'm excited for this one as well. It might be one I might try to listen to and read at the same time. And then I have never read a John Grisham book, and The Client was one in the pile. I mean, this thing is like perfect condition. This must have been sitting on the shelf for a while. When was this published? It gives me 90s vibes. What do we have here? 1993. So it's The Client. So I thought I'd put that on my shelves and I might do a little vlog, because I've never read a typical John Grisham book before. Let's see, what else do I have? I picked up a couple of books from the library. Their little bookstore that they have, so they were only $1. I grabbed Hour of the Witch by Chris Bohjalian. I have a couple books by him now, so I really need to start reading him, see if I like it, but it was $1. It says a young Puritan woman, faithful, resourceful, and afraid of the demons that dog her soul, plots her escape from a violent marriage in this historical thriller. So Boston, 1662. So historical thriller, I'm there. I'm trying to find more historical thriller books to read. So that's what hooked me. The next one I picked up is The Women's March by Jennifer Shiverini. Women's suffrage basically is the whole tone of this historical fiction. 25-year-old Alice Paul returns to New Jersey after years on the front lines of the suffrage movement in Great Britain. Weakened from imprisonment and hunger strikes, she's determined to improve America's stagnant suffrage movement. 9 states have already granted women voting rights, but only a constitutional amendment will secure the vote for all. So I'm assuming we follow her story. I'm really excited. And look at women on the cover, but they're facing us. It's not their backs to us, like it seems like every other historical fiction. So, you know, I notice weird things like that. Let's see. I went to Barnes & Noble last night, and I had a gift card to use from my other mother. It's my best friend's mom. Gave me a gift card, so I used that up. We had a book club meeting last night, and I haven't been to that book club in a hot minute, like months. Basketball gets in the way, but it was so amazing to be back with those ladies. We talked about The Dream Daughter by Diane Chamberlain, which was a fantastic book. But anyways, I picked up a few books while I was there. I grabbed The Overnight Guest by Heather Gutenkoff. This is isolated thriller. I'm sure she's usually set in Iowa, but don't know much about it. Don't want to know much about it, but I do really enjoy Heather Gutenkoff's books, so I picked that up. This one was sitting by the cafe while I was waiting for my coffee. It's The Royals Next Door by Karina Hale. So basically is the premise, this page, or Piper, not Page, helps take care of her mother, and some royals move in next door. A prince and a princess, British royals. So like I'm picturing like Meghan and Harry like moving next door, along with their bodyguard, who she quickly does not like, and he does not like her. And so it seems to follow kind of this interesting situation that she's put in. It sounds kind of light and fun, so I picked that one up. I also grabbed I Must Betray You by Ruta Petties. I love Ruta Petties. I'm interested in this one. I know a few people haven't liked it as much, but I'm gonna give it a try. So Romania, 1989. Communist regimes are crumbling across Europe. 17-year-old Kristen dreams of becoming a writer, but Romanians aren't free to dream. They're bound by rules and force. So sounds like maybe he goes in and kind of starts fighting for his freedom. So I'm excited for that. A little hesitant, but excited. And then my friend Julie, darn you Julie, couldn't stop talking about The School for Good Mothers by Jessamine Chan. She said it is messed up and crazy. Just the way she was describing it made me want to pick it up. So it definitely messed with her thoughts a little bit, and I don't know. She said it was really good, so we picked it up. So Frida is struggling. She doesn't have a career worthy for her Chinese immigrant parents' sacrifices. She can't persuade her husband, Gus, to give up his wellness-obsessed younger mistress. Ugh. Only with Harriet, their daughter, does Frida finally attain the perfection expected of her. And Harriet may be all she has, but she's just enough until Frida has a very bad day. And so it sounds like the state watches mothers that may not be being good mothers in their opinion, and if you are found to be maybe a little lacking or have poor judgment, government officials now will kind of bring you into something called Big Brother. It's an institution that measures the success or failure of a parent's devotion. So sounds messed up in all the right ways, so I'm excited about that one too. All right, then I went on a bit of a buying spree again on the Facebook group called No Shelf Control. So appropriately named because I have no shelf control when it comes to that. So it's just people selling used copies of books for pretty cheap. So I don't think I paid more than maybe $7 or $8 for any of these. So first one I have is because of you guys. So during, I think the last live that I did on Krista's channel with Sarah and Amanda and myself, someone mentioned that Eeny Meeny is all kinds of fantastically messed up, what does Audrey say? Dark and messed up people doing dark and messed up things. So I found it on that page, which was fantastic. So it's by M.L. Arledge. I don't want to know much about it. 2 people are abducted, imprisoned, and left with a gun as hunger and thirst set in. Only one gets to walk away alive. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the cat playing with his food dish because apparently he's hungry. Anyways, we're gonna ignore it. So I picked up Eeny Meeny. I also picked up In Farleigh Field by Rice Bowen. Family torn apart by war, a traitor in their midst is kind of what drew me in. World War II comes to Farleigh Place, the ancestral home of Lord Westerham and his 5 daughters, when a soldier with a failed parachute falls to his death on the estate. After his uniform and possessions raise suspicions, M15 operatives and family friend Ben Cresswell is covertly tasked with determining if the man was a German spy. The assignment also offers Ben the chance to be near Lord Westerham's middle daughter, Pamela, whom he is totally in love with. But Pamela has her own secrets. She's taken a job as a British code-breaking facility. So, I don't know. It just sounded good. And then I'm super excited to see this was on the page, Hostage by Claire Mcintosh. I actually might take this on vacation with me. I know I am the weird person that likes to put myself in weird situations. You know, I read creepy books about being in a cabin in the woods when I'm in a cabin in the woods. I read creepy haunted hotel books when I'm staying in a hotel. So why not read about, you know, someone taking a plane of people hostage while I'm on an airplane? You know, it sounds fun. So yeah, picked that one up. It kind of reminds me of Falling by TJ something. What's the Falling, that book reminds me of that. So I'd like to see kind of how similar it is, but pick that up. I also grabbed Woman 99, which I've looked at a few times by Greer McAllister. So this one, historical fiction, we have Charlotte Smith. Her wealthy parents, which this did happen, committed her beloved sister Phoebe to the infamous Golden Grove Asylum. Charlotte knows there's more to the story than madness. She risks everything and follows her sister inside, surrendering her real identity as a privileged young lady of San Francisco society to be a nameless inmate, Woman 99. The longer she stays, the more she realizes that many of the women in this institute aren't insane, merely inconvenient. And that her search for the truth threatens to dig up secrets and some very powerful people who would do anything to keep them hidden. So I'm excited to read about this. I've read a couple of books kind of based around this premise, which again, it's based on true events. So I'm excited to see what this one has. It just sounded good. Okay, on to the last stack. I swear I'm almost done. I picked up Kristen Hanna's Magic Hour. I feel like I had this at one point, but I don't know what happened to the book. Again, it was all of maybe like $5 or something like that. But I wanted to definitely pick this up and kind of have it as, you know, part of my collection of Kristen Hanna books. Picked up another book by Beatrice Williams, which I have yet to read her books. But I couldn't pass up, like, I don't know, I think it was like buy 4 paperbacks for like $12 or something, and I couldn't do it. But Overseas is what I grabbed from her, and I believe this is a newer book by her. Let's see when this was published. Oh, 2012, maybe not that new. 10 years ago? Oh man. So we have France 1916, so dual timelines here. We have Captain Julian Ashford, a British officer in the trenches of the Western Front, is waylaid in the town square by Kate, a beautiful young American. Julian's never seen her before, but she has information about the reconnaissance mission he's about to embark on. Who is she and why did she track him down? And then we have New York 2007. A young Wall Street analyst, Kate Wilson, has learned to rely on her logic and cynicism. Kind of like that. So why does she fall so desperately in love for Julian Lawrence, a billionaire with a mysterious past? And what she doesn't know is that he has been waiting for her, the enchanting woman who emerged from the shadows of the Great War to save his life. Ooh, see, I'm telling you, this sounds interesting. Also picked up The Commandants Girl by Pam Jenoff. Again, trying to collect all the Pam Jenoff books because I truly love her writing. I've loved her books. I've read 3 of them now, I believe. But this one, historical fiction, follows 19-year-old Emma, who's married only 3 weeks when Nazi tanks thunder into her native Poland. Within days, her husband Jacob is forced to disappear underground, leaving her imprisoned within the city, within the ghetto. But then in the dead of night, the resistance smuggles her out, taking her to live with Jacob's Catholic cousin, and she takes on a new identity. This situation is complicated by her introduction to a commandant, a high-ranking Nazi official who hires her to work as his assistant. Urged by the resistance to use her position to access details of the Nazi occupation, Emma must compromise her safety and her marriage vows in order to help Jacob's cause. As the atrocities of war intensify, so does Emma's relationship with the commandant, building to a climax that will risk not only her double life, but also the life of those she loves. Sounds good. And then also picked up I'll Be Gone in the Dark. This is again the woman's search for the Golden State Killer by Michelle McNamara. Whoa. But follows like her search for Golden State Killer. So interested in this. I've heard really good things. Again, I'm into this true crime thing. And then the last couple that I have are actually sent to me from a subscriber. I just recently celebrated 5 years on BookTube, which is a crazy accomplishment. And she was beyond kind enough to send me books to celebrate that. So I have another book by Shirley Pena, which I have been loving her writing. I've read 2 books by her and both of them are fantastic. This is someone we know. I don't know much about it. Suburb, upstate New York. Teenagers been sneaking into houses and into the owners' computers, learning their secrets and maybe sharing some of them too. Who is he? What is he uncovered? After 2 anonymous letters are received, whispers start to circulate and suspicions mount. But then a woman down the street is found murdered. Tensions reach the breaking point. Who killed her? Who knows more than they're telling? And how far will these very nice people go to protect their own secrets? Sounds fantastic. This might be a good vacation book too. I don't know, but love it. And then the other book that she sent me is When She Returned by Lucinda Berry. It says she disappears a wife and mother and she comes home a stranger. Kate Bennett vanished from a parking lot 11 years ago, leaving behind her husband and young daughter. When she shows up at a Montana gas station clutching an infant and screaming for help, investigators believe she may have been abducted by a cult. I am hooked. Kate's return flips her family's world upside down. Her husband's remarried, her daughter barely remembers her, and Kate herself doesn't look or act like she did before. While the family tries to help Kate reintegrate into society, they discover truths that she's been hiding from each other about their own relationships. But they aren't the only ones who have secrets. As the family unravels what happened to Kate, a series of shocking revelations shows that Kate's return is more sinister than any of them could have imagined. So beyond interested in this. It seems like we have multiple perspectives in here. We have dual timelines. We have some thens, some nows. This has some amazing potential. If anyone has read this, let me know because I'm beyond excited about this one. So thank you so much, Emily, for sending me books. I love them. Definitely did not have to do that. So that's the book haul. It kind of got away from me, but it's okay. So we're gonna add them to the shelves and keep reading. Someday we'll get to all these, right? But if there's any on here you think would be perfect for my vacation, which I'm leaving for shortly, you know, maybe something about a plane, maybe, I don't know, this one's not gonna stick with me. I don't know. Tell me which one I should bring with me or 2, or one I should pick up next, because I'm super excited about all of them and I need some direction and help. So comment below and let me know. Otherwise, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsay's Little Library. So today is Book List Thursday, and it is not Book List Thursday. Today is not Book List Thursday. Today is a book haul day.